surely, ladies and gentlemen, we have to come to a consensus here. We have to understand that we have an existential threat to our country. We have to understand that there is an existential threat that we are all facing right now. And if we don't stand up and face that threat, then we're all going to be dragged under by it. We're all going to be taken under the undertow, as it were. And this whole COVID-19 pandemic virus, there's no virus. The only virus that has spread exponentially in the last year is the virus of communism and the virus of mental illness in people, and the just complete abject insanity on display for the whole world. Everything is being laid out for the whole world to see it, and with those with eyes to see and ears to hear and mouths to speak, well, you're noticing the fruits of the labor. You're noticing the fruits of the labor. The proverbial chickens have come home to roost. The socialist chickens have come home to roost, and now they're hatching into full-blown communists. And now regular people are starting to see the effects of this. So if you want to sit there and not be offended, and if you're offended by this statement, then I'm not going to apologize, because you need to be offended. And you need to understand, if you're not offended, then when the day of offense comes, then you will certainly be offended. And I don't tell you this to be hard on you, but at the same time I do, because you need it. Sometimes harsh words are what lead to good men becoming good men. Because if we're all stuck in our own stupidity and our own ignorance and our own flesh, then we'll never get out of it, and we're right ready, deserving a straight one-way ticket to hell. So we have to lift ourselves up out of this muck and mire and see what we're staring down. We're staring down the abyss right now. We're staring down the cliff side, and we're careening towards the cliff. And if we don't understand this, then we are not going to just go off the cliff, but we are going to go flying off the cliff. And like the car, when it tumbles down the side of the mountain, it doesn't end up at the bottom as it were at the top. No, there's going to be cassette tapes, toilet paper, and socks, and glasses, and maps, and everything. All these assortments that would go into a family sedan on a vacation. All of those things are just going to come flying out, and at the bottom of the hill, you're going to say, what in the heck? How did all this stuff fit in this car? And that's what happens, because it's like the frog that's being boiled slowly. He doesn't realize he's being boiled in the water, because it's just being turned up incrementally. Like the lobster, he's still got his brown hue and his blue and his orange and yellow, and then suddenly he says, hey, I'm turning awfully red here. And that's the situation that we're in. And until we're ready to face up to these things, then we're not going to be able to fight it. And I don't know how my voice has gone during this whole video, but I sure hope it's held up.
I like to have fun. I'm not crazy all the time.